lost to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Darnold. And his first look is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Darnold. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They get this out quickly to the left side, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run for the first time here with Brown, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 10-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown had a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Traylon Mullen. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
A 49-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen them punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
From the 41, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Greg Olsen. Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Niners 7, Cardinals 0.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford steps away to his left. And it's caught by Herndon. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talked about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Ito Smith, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Ito Smith.
And 6.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the stop.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And Tate's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. They run it here with Gordon.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Being chased out left. This is caught.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They hand off to their big tight end. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Chris Herndon as the first half is winding down. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
A toss play. Gordon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Cardinals 7. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Set to kick off.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles among the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Dancing to his left. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st down, it's Darnold. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will make it into the end zone.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Darnold. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Vita Vea able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Tate.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way. And
it got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award on this very field, Von Miller, able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter what this.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the Niners' 10-yard line.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3 and out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
A quick toss outright. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
A 21-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 brings up 3rd and 12.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
Here comes Grant on the return.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
And a Cardinal first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Complete to
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Buying time to his left. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle.
And the Cardinals are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line.
1 yard.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.